Your words will disappear. Your house will disappear. Your name will disappear. All memory of you will disappear.
In the Battle of the Bastards, Ramsay Bolton died the horrible death he deserved, and with him ended the second largest house in the north, the chief rival of the Starks for at least 1,000 years. But the Boltons aren't the only house that is now or may soon be extinct. Most of the major houses of Westeros are in danger.
House Baratheon is wiped out. Stannis, Renly, and Robert are dead. Shireen, as we're reminded this episode, died at her father's hand. The only living person named Baratheon is Tommen, who, even if he somehow survives this, is a Lannister bastard born of incest.
Speaking of Lannisters, they're in bad shape too. Even if they had more, none of Jaime and Cersei's kids would be legitimate. Kevin's only son Lancel has gone chaste with the faith, and does anyone really think he'll survive much longer? Jaime could marry, but he's made it clear this season he only loves Cersei and has his whole life. If he makes it to the end of the series, don't bet on him furthering the Lannister lineage.
The people in the castle don't matter to me. Only Cersei.
As Sansa reminds us, Rickon is, well, was the legitimate heir of Winterfell since she's a woman and Jon is a bastard.
Rickon is Ned Stark's true-born son, which makes him a greater threat to Ramsay than you, a bastard, or me, a girl.
I mean, there is Bran, but it seems hard to imagine he'll return to marry and have kids. In a moment of great symbolism, Rickon is carted off to be buried by his father.
I'm gonna bury my brother in the crypt, next to my father.
The last in a 1,000-year line of Stark lords of Winterfell.
Ellaria Sand killed all the Martells in Dorne, leaving just the bastard daughters. Sickly and fragile Robin Arryn is the last of the Lords of the Eyrie. Loras is the Tyrells' only hope, and the deck is, stacked against him. All of those houses may be doomed.
Daenerys and Yara both intend to keep their houses going, but as they make quite clear, it will not be by the old patriarchal standards of yore. They will be led by women who agree that they won't just be stand-ins waiting for a man to take over, but people who come in to change tradition.
We may find out Jon Snow is really Jon Targaryen, but our resurrected hero still feels like a man out of place.
If I fall, don't bring me back.
I'll have to try.
I'm ordering you not to bring me back.
I am not your servant, Jon Snow.
You're in my camp. I'm the commander.
I serve the Lord of Light.
It's likely the Lord of Light's mission for him ends once and for all in battle with the Night King, not teaching his kids how to ride dragons, no matter how hard people ship him and Dany.
We noted at the top of the season that it seems that women are taking over, but now it really seems to be about even more than that, the end of the feudal patriarchal society itself.
Our fathers were evil men, all of us here. They left the world worse than they found it.
We're not going to do that.
We're going to leave the world better than we found it.
These wars have decimated the hereditary lines that go through men so seriously that it's impossible to believe that it will ever return to form. Patriarchy is as dead as the kings of Winterfell.
The microcosm for the end of patriarchy plays out between Sansa and Jon. Jon is making plans and ignoring Sansa. She gives him vital counsel. Do not do what Ramsay wants.
You think he's going to fall into your trap? He won't.
But Ramsay kills Rickon to infuriate Jon, who abandons his plans to bait Ramsay into a charge and charges himself. It ends with his men defeated, surrounded on 3 sides as he had planned to do. Sansa never told him about the Knights of the Vale, and now we know why. Because she's seen enough of the foolhardy temper and bravado of men to know Jon would likely screw it up, which he did. So she took matters into her own hands. If she hadn't, she wouldn't have Winterfell.
Of course, feudal patriarchy isn't the only old order that we saw overturn this episode. The ancient tradition of slavery went up in a giant ball of dragon fire. Was mowed down by Dothraki soldiers, who have also given up their traditions to follow a woman into battle.
Tell your people what happened here. Tell them you live by the grace of Her Majesty.
Overturning these systems would be great progress, but the new order that may arise could still be rather messy. Dany has quite a violent streak, and however much we sympathize with her, Sansa's look at the end of the episode suggests she has developed a sadistic side. Change is needed, but this is Game of Thrones, and it will never become some kind of utopia.
Now that we've got a taste of Dany's powers, are we finally going to see her ships and dragons landing in Westeros?
Maybe we'll find out on the season finale of House Slate.